Here we go. Let's have fun. All right. Hello, my name is Dave, and this is my colleague Matthew. Matthew, how old are you, and what grade are you in?
I'm 8 years old and in second grade.
All right. And this is my other colleague. Her name is Hannah. Hannah, how old are you, and what grade are you in?
I'm 11 and I'm in 5th grade.
Now, we've been brainstorming. We've been thinking about ways that we can help during this time with the coronavirus. What can we do, just a simple family, to help others? Now, what I came up with, the first thing that we've talked about and discussed is we could use the phone. I know it's simple, but there are a lot of lonely people right now. They're home alone and they're just kind of isolated, some elderly people, some single people, and sometimes it's just good to pick up the phone and say, hey, how are you doing? How's your day going? So that's one thing that we can do. Now, the second thing that my son Matthew is going to tell you is called Zoom. And Zoom is kind of zooming off in the US. A lot of people are using Zoom. Can you tell us a little bit about Zoom?
Zoom is an app. There are little screens that have your face in it and other people's face. You can talk with each other through them.
That's great. It's a great, for groups. If you want to meet with your family, you can all Zoom, or meet with some colleagues from work, or meet with people from your church. Zoom is a great resource that we can use during this time to stay connected. And so it's really a really good thing. Now, the third thing on our kind of list that we made, Hannah's going to talk about it, and it's in relation to food.
So one thing you could do to old people is you could go shopping for them, because stores now are kind of dangerous for old people.
It's good.
You could order from restaurants, like for example pizza, and help them out.
That is really good. You could drop ship something, some kind of food for them. That's really good. So we talked about phone, we've talked about Zoom, we've talked about food and how we can help get food to people. What about money? Times right now, it's really tight, and I understand a lot of people need money. So, Matthew, how could we help with money? Let's say we have a lot of money. What could we do?
We could give money to other people who don't have much money.
That is great. Did you hear what he said? We can give money to people. We can be generous. We can give money to people who really need it. Some people have lost their jobs. There's a lot of financial stress. And if God has blessed us, we can take that blessing and bless other people. So that's a great thing. Now, another thing that we can do, it sounds simple, but we should obey what the government has said for us to do. And that is that we should stay at home. We should not gather in big groups, because these rules are in place to protect us, to help us keep safe. So the more that we can do that, the more that we can obey what the government's saying, the better for our community. So we have a responsibility as a citizen to do that. So those are some things. And then there's another thing that we feel as Christians that's very, very important that Hannah's going to talk about. What can we do during this time?
We could pray for old people that need prayer, and pray that other people don't die and get sick.
Good. This is a time to pray. This is a time to ask God for help. This is a time to cry out to God. So this is definitely a time where the whole country needs to be praying. Now, the last thing on the list, I really love. It's my favorite thing. What could we do? You're at home, okay? You've been home for a while. You're doing some e-learning. What about the house that you live in? How could you help the house that you're living in? I mean, couldn't you help your mom or dad? What do you guys think, Matthew and Hannah?
I think we could clean the house.
Oh, I like this
and
idea.
help with dishes and vacuum.
Do you think you agree with that?
Yeah.
Well, there might be some house projects that you could help mommy and daddy with. You could help around the house, maybe clean some things, do some spring cleaning, try to get the house all organized and clean. That would be a huge help during this time. Well, I hope that you like our video, and I hope that during this time we can be there for each other, we can help each other, and we can get through this. I know that we're going to get through this. Well, I want you to have a wonderful day. We're going to sign off from Dave, from Hannah, and from Matthew. We will see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.